Oh my god. Fresh at the petty whack. This dude is living alone in a studio apartment. He's single. Like, bro. Like, oh my god. That's incredible. I need to stop posting that in the chat. It's cluttering up the chat. 5'11". Oh, both of these things. Actually, hold up. Hold up. Aziz. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here, copy this. Um, I hope all y'all are doing great. I hope it's going great. I hope everybody's doing great. I had a great sleep. There's a lot that's about to happen in my life. I'm moving. I'm um I'm gonna have my own place, y'all. Finally, in the time that I've been. What's up, Ross? Ross, I didn't forget about you. Bear with me. Bear with me, brother. Is there a is there a day you need that stuff by? Give me a deadline. Cause between work and gym and then coming home and studying and stuff, like my whole day just be taken up, swallowed, if you will. Gross. It's so gross. So I think what I need to do is I need to take some yeah, this month gonna be crazy for me. But don't think I haven't forgotten, because like the only reason I even get on Discord is to check your message, because I don't be getting on Discord like that. All right. So we're gonna get into SQL subqueries. Oh, and I gotta remember to post these on um LinkedIn. I think if I start posting stuff on LinkedIn, that'll make me behave better. I will be able to behave better. um, where do I post? Where do I post my stuff? Oh, create a post. Okay, completed. So there is something that's gonna happen. Oh, I'll talk about it. Like, you might have noticed that even with a complete query, um, there are many questions that we can't answer about our data without additional post or pre-processing. In these cases, you can either make multiple queries and process the data yourself, or you can build a more complex query using SQL subqueries. Let's say your company has a list of all sales associates with data on the revenue that each associate brings in. So one is a list of associates. Okay, so we got associate, and then those associate have revenue. And it has their individual salary. All right. Times are tight, and you now want to you now want to find out which of your associates are costing the company more than the average revenue brought per associate. And you now want to find out which of your associates are costing the company more than the average revenue brought per each associate. Okay. Which of your associates are costing Yeah, so the first thing we would need is the average of all the sales associates. So we would select average revenue generated. Yeah. So we would select AVG revenue generated. I would call it average revenue. Okay, from sales associates. So what I'm thinking is and when using that result, we can then compare the cost of each of the associates against that value. To use it as a subquery, we can just write it straight into the where clause of the query. First, you would need to calculate the average revenue of all the associates are generating. Yeah, so we did that. And then using that result, we can okay, so then using that was a result, we can compare the cost of each of the associates against that value. So yeah, where salary is greater than the average. Oh, no, I work in human resources. As a constraint is executed, each associate's salary will be tested against the value queried from the inner subquery. As the constraint is executed, each associate's salary will be tested against the value queried from the inner subquery. Yeah, so every inner subquery, but they changed it. And then, okay, so this is getting the average. So what they're saying is that they are selecting all rows from sales associates where salary is greater than and then we're going to use a subquery. So what they do is they select the average from sales associates. I just study a lot each day. I just don't right now because I'm working, and hopefully will always be working and employed because unemployment is not fun. A subquery can be referenced anywhere a normal table can be referenced. Inside a from clause, you can join subqueries with other tables. Okay, hold on. let's let's write that down. It's not really about the hours, is it? It's about the quality. A subquery can be referenced anywhere a normal table can be referenced. Anywhere a normal table can be. So a table can be referenced in the where. What you're saying? Inside a from clause, you can join subqueries with other tables. Inside a where or having constraint, you can test expressions against the result of a subquery, and even in the expression in the select clause. Wow. Okay. A subquery. Oh, and I study slow. I'm a slow studier. A subquery can be referenced because I'm working on my reading comprehension. I've been working on it for a while. A subquery can be referenced anywhere. A normal a normal table can be referenced. So with a from, Inside of, okay, so with other tables. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Inside a where or having. You can test expressions against the results of of the subquery. You can test expressions against the results of the yeah. I do use Obsidian, but a lot of the times I prefer paper notes. A more powerful type of subquery is the correlated. Okay. Okay, because subqueries can be nested, each subquery must be fully enclosed in parentheses in order to establish proper hierarchy. Subqueries can otherwise reference any tables in the database and make use of the constructs of a normal query, though some implementations don't allow subqueries to use limit or offset. Hello. Oh, the audio stream. Oh, y'all been listening to me without music the whole time? My God, how did y'all do it? This is not normal. This is a new one. I didn't have my rain on. Usually I have my rain on while I'm streaming. You said what am I writing? I'm studying correlated sub correlated subqueries. So I don't know what the hell that is. A more powerful type of subquery is the correlated subquery, in which the inner query references and is dependent on a column or alias from the outer query. Unlike the subqueries above, each of these inner queries need to be run for each of the rows in the other query, since the inner query is dependent. This is written like somebody who understands it but doesn't know how to explain it. Let me read that again. A more powerful type of subquery is the correlated subquery, in which the inner query references and is dependent on a column or alias from the outer query. Unlike the subqueries above, each of these inner queries need to be run for each of the rows in the outer query, since the inner query is dependent on the current outer query row. Okay, that made a little bit more sense. Instead of the list of just sales, okay, so instead of the list of just sales associates above, imagine if you have a general list of employees. So we have a general list of employees, their departments, their revenue, and their salary. This time you're now looking across the company to find the employees who perform worse than the average in their department. For each employee, you would need to calculate their cost relative to the average revenue generated by all the people in their apartment. To take the average for the department, the subquery will need to know what department each employee is in. Select all rows from employees where salary is greater than so we select average revenue generated from employees where does the department part come from? Oh, okay, I get it. Where department employees dot department equal employees dot department. What? A part of this I understand, a part of it I don't. So we're getting the average revenue generated. I just don't understand this last part. Worse than the, oh, okay. So then we need the average revenue per employee from employees. The outer list, the row you're currently standing on. Okay. Where salaries go to the comparison you're making for that one person. Select average revenue generated from employees as a second copy of the same table, given a nickname so the database can tell the two copies apart. Where department, I don't, this is the part I don't understand. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to do this in DB browser because I'm gonna have to do it myself to understand it. So we got select from select from and let's say we're looking at the current salary per department and seeing who makes over, let's say $40,000. $40,000. But we want to see who's making $40,000 per department. Who's making over $40,000 per department. So we select. So we're going to select I'm going to do where current salary is greater than an average. Hey, what's up? I'm trying to figure out something. Focus mode. You ain't gotta explain it. I prefer people not explain it to me. This is like really messing with me. Because I'm confused even from the first line. I know I select the row, the rows, the field department ID. And we create another column called total, which is the count. How many people in each? I want to know how many people in each department make over a certain amount. So then we're gonna look at that first row, and we're gonna say, is current under salary greater than the average of everybody in that department? I don't know, you'd have to Google that. Select average department. Okay, so I think I'm starting to understand it. I need to start thinking of SQL going through each row. And all I'm doing when I say select department ID, you would probably need to ask Google. Select department ID. I'm still on that row, but I'm just pulling out the department ID from employees. I'm going through each row and just taking it. And so far it's saying, then we're going to count the instances or the number of department IDs. So if I just ran this, oops. If I just ran this, it's going to give me whatever number here, the last, it's going to say, okay, so the department ID is 5, but if we then group by department ID. Then we see that there are 10 departments, and these are the amount of employees in each one. So we have the department ID, and then we have something that's going to count the total, but then once we group it, it splits it and counts. So my understanding of group by, so I think when we use group by, and then we say, okay, we want to group by the department ID, it lists all the department IDs and then goes through and counts. I mean, isn't it looks like descending is implied here when you just use group by. I could be wrong. So we group by department ID. It starts there. It says, okay, we have the employees table, but then we're going to group by these department IDs. So it didn't list out all the department IDs without duplicates. And then it goes through each one and counts the total of each one. Okay, so that's that one query. So what we want to do is add an additional constraint where we say, because we want to know where the salary, we want to know the average of each employee in that department. And that's where the subquery comes in. Because I couldn't just do, like, I could do this. I think I can do that. Can I do that? I cannot do that. But I could probably use a subquery where I say select average current salary from employees. No, can't do that. Oh. And then we could group by okay. Oh, descending isn't implied. Oop. Order by. Okay. Oh. Oh. the suffering, the SQL suffering. So, but this is taking the average of every employee that exists. Though this is getting the median salary of everybody, and then saying who makes greater than that. And then I could say, well, who makes less than that? Okay. So now, what we want to do is delete all of this. And we want to say where current salary is greater than the average of salaries in that department. So we're going to select the average current salary we're going to select the average current salary from we're going to select from employees as department as current department. So from what I understand, we're going to average the current salary, but we want to do it from that specific department. So then we do from employees as current. And so we're changing it, and we want to make sure that okay, so in this one, so where current salary is greater than, and this query is supposed to determine the average current salary per department. Where where the current department dot department underscore ID equals the employees dot department ID. Okay, what did I mess up on? Oh, we're select, so we got, hold on. Okay, Group by total. Did I mess up? So we have this select. I can't put a group by right here. Yeah, that's where I put it. Okay, here's the parentheses for this. Okay, and then what's up? That is true. I am splitting by department, so why wouldn't I do that? fucking understand this. Okay. Oh, oh, it is. I didn't know you can order by two things at one time. Wow. Oh no, it just didn't order by. It didn't do a group by. You can do that. Oh, I get it. Okay. So we want department ID, and then we can further. I didn't know we could do this. Oh, you now preparing for data analysis? What about software development? Hey man, what's up? Let's see. Um, So take a break. Fuck. So this is checking. This is checking is null. I wonder how would that change things. What's up, Aziz? I saw your message on LinkedIn. I'm pretty sure I did. Let me check. It's not gonna be 510 rows. Oh. Let's see. How's it going? Are you hosting great live streams on YouTube? Well done. I think you've mastered pretty much the entire web stack. Um, you'd love to see me learn C++, Rust, Go, Python. You might see me go into Python or Go, for real. Go is great language too, but I think Python is an easier language for backend. Um, yeah, I'm not doing full stack or development, web development anymore. Um, I work in HR, and I'm trying to find something that I found something that mixes HR with like coding, and that's HR information systems, HR information technology, people analytics, all that type of stuff, just payroll, all everything that's data heavy. How will you connecting the dots between analytics and software development? Let's see. This is correlated subquery, and it's a step from what you were. So when SQLite is evaluating a police employee, oh, that's true. You want to hear my thoughts and reasoning behind what? I kind of just answered your question. I don't know if you're listening. Let me see something. Okay. So what is a CTE in SQL? All right. Okay, so Prashant, I'll answer your question because I have to answer it every day, and I'm gonna start putting it. I need to put it. Okay, so I'm not gonna get mad at anybody because I should have put it in. I'm gonna put it in the description. Yes, I was trying to be a web developer. However, after putting in 100+ applications and doing all different types of networking and even more, I just felt like maybe it wasn't for me. It wasn't working, and I'm not in a place where I can not accept the job and just hope that the web development or the software development works out. Some people are fortunate, and they've made it and they've done it through hard work or whatever, but I was not chosen yet. I'm pretty sure if I would have still worked like from April up until this point, maybe something would have changed. But I got a job in human resources in my city. That's very important. So I got the job in human resources, and I want to figure out what direction in human resources I needed to go, and if there was a mix between software development, coding, and human resources, and I found out that there was. And it's HRIS, and I've said it over and over and over again. You can look at my other videos. Um, I should just make a video about it. Yeah, why don't I just make a video about it so I could just refer people to that video? Um, and so yeah, that's what we're doing now. It's just very difficult to find a position in software development and web development, and it looks like the people in those positions right now are miserable. They don't look like they're having a good time. Oh, this is a viewer. This is not. Yeah, I think this is the play. Oh, it wants a folder? God, that's loud. Oh, okay, so it works. So I can do this at work. Nice. I already know what I need to do, so don't worry about it. I already know what I want to do. I have never met anybody that's trying to go into the analytics side of HR. So I had to do a lot of Googling and I have already found a path. So the goal is to go from, we're doing SQL, then we're going to do, yeah, I think it'll be fun too. And so we're going to go from SQL to Excel and Power Query and then to Power BI. Um, so that's the goal. Why don't we look up some before I leave because I want to get ready. I got to get ready for work. So why don't we look up some human resources analytics jobs? Both of these are remote. Let's see what's going on. Over 100 applicants, okay. Oh, that's a premium feature. I don't have premium. Role responsibilities. It doesn't say. It doesn't say a lot. Compensation analyst might be what this is. Collects market data and participates in salary surveys. I've done that. I started doing salary surveys yesterday. I didn't know that, Prashant. What do you do, Prashant? I'm curious. I didn't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know that maybe I could learn analytics stuff and then transfer those skills over. So that's cool. I appreciate you letting me know that. A deco. We need to make sure that it is in Texas. See, look at that. Junior people operations analyst. And then we have, this one is in crossing hurdles. I'm trying to find one that actually says people analytics analyst. Cool. What do they want you to know? Advanced. What's up, Blue Roundabout? What's up, Ross? So this one kind of goes into, you'll see advanced Microsoft Excel skills. Yeah. Yeah, I could do something like that. And they pay pretty good. Look at that. Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton is hiring. Okay. You're learning pandas. I don't know that. Preparing for data analytics too. Oh, okay. I don't know what pandas is. Let's see. What is pandas data anal? What is that? Pandas is industry standard open source Python library used for data manipulation, cleaning, and exploratory data analysis. That's cool. So you already know SQL and all that extra stuff and Excel and let's see, top skills and tools for data analysis, foundational spreadsheet work, database querying, programming languages like Python, business intelligence, so spreadsheets, SQL, Python or R, and BI dashboards. Have you already done stuff in Excel and SQL and done the BI dashboards and stuff? So I think when I go into to work today, I'm doing my first salary survey. So my goal today is to do about 10 more cities, which involves calling their HR and then like putting it in an Excel sheet. And then I'll just add some formulas to it because I'm trying to, it'll just be like a little project for myself. And maybe I can just, I'll sit there and I'll just do a lot for her today because it'll make her look good and it'll be a good project for me. So I guess we'll get. You said you learned it. Oh, Excel. Do you have any? Do you have a GitHub? Like, are you posting any of your projects on GitHub or something like that? So can I turn my camera? And now y'all can see my whole room. Get ready with me as I go to work. Now I'm gonna stay on stream and get ready for work. It'll be my first time doing that, so I'll be here. Um, so let me make sure I just have everything for work. So I got this, my phone. I got a million pins at work, so I don't need that. Bro, you better start posting. Stop. What you waiting for, Prashant? You better start posting. You're about to compete with a whole bunch of other dudes from India, right? For these top positions. You better start posting and differentiate yourself. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So we got that. Yeah, man, you better. Prashant, I don't know what you're thinking, man, but you better start. You better start posting and stuff. Like the world is so competitive right now. Geographic. You know what, Prashant? I won't lie. Um, and I think that's something that a lot of Americans got to reckon with is that regardless of what's going on, to be here is a blessing, especially when it comes to getting jobs. Whereas there's people from all around the world like fighting to get jobs here or whatever, and we complain about it, complain about the jobs that we got. So yes, I won't. I will admit that I am geographically blessed, and I'm gonna start saying that geographically blessed. so we got that. We need shorts. Because I actually bike to work. There's a lot of stuff that I need to. There's so much stuff I need to do this week, and I feel like I'm slagging behind. Okay, so I got this. Do I have wallet? Do we have wallet? We need wallet. So we got wallets. Show y'all my bike. See, I got this bike. It's an e-bike. Are you documenting your preparation on YouTube? Let's see. SQL 50, leak code 60. There's SQL challenges on leak code? I would have never known. I would have never known. I'm glad you said that, because guess what I'll be doing? Okay. You teaching me a lot today, Prashawn. Thank you. Um, in the middle of me learning web development, like I think I was where was I? Um, I think I was learning React, or I was starting to, I was getting tired. I remember that. I was getting tired. No, I started getting tired once once I got the job. Once I got the job, I was like, well, the web development thing just kind of went to the side because I was like, well, I got the job now, but I had all these skills that I learned over the last how many days is what 30 times? Oh shit, 160 days is out of my foot. What 30 times 5 is 150. So it's been about 6 months worth of these videos. And once I got the job, I was just like, well, what now? Because I can't just get this job and then, be like, oh, I get a web development position. And then I get this web development position and I get laid off. And then that puts me back at square one. Because it seems like everybody who's getting into software development or web development, back in whatever, it doesn't seem like everything's stable right now, or they're being worked in weird ways. It doesn't seem like the web development, software development, certain parts of the tech field are human friendly right now. And I do not want to be a teacher again. Cause fuck that shit. When I was a teacher, in the 6 month span of me teaching, I witnessed 4 or 5 people quit because it was that horrible. So usually this is what I do every morning. I bring my clothes. I'm gonna have some clothes I bring to work. I get my slacks. Oh yeah, I do have socks. I have socks and underwear at work. I'm gonna go into work early today because I want to get started on some stuff. I want to keep doing this salary survey. Yeah. Um, what am I trying to find? Oh, there we go. Find my clothes. Get my flats. All right, Prashant. I'll see you later. So we got that. I want to show that on camera. this. Got my earphones so I can ignore people if I'm getting irritated. Because I do be getting irritated all the time. So, and then I need that shirt because it was a shirt that I was bringing to work yesterday, but now there we go. I was like, where this shirt at? Where this shirt at? So we got to. I just take my medication at work. Lost my glasses. Where did I put them? Uh-oh. By the way, in one of these streams, I was 150 on Sunday, 148 point something right now. All right. So then the next thing I do with this. Now I gotta get food.
to bed and go to sleep. Oh, okay. I'm good. Hey, X7 coming here. Okay. So I missed did my own leg, so I don't have to take down until Thursday. Today, Wednesday. I just have to come to my house and get a hair done at my house. It's kind of my only option at this point. I'm finished. I'm sitting at my house. I got decent chance for you to sit in, and I braid you down, do whatever you need. I don't feel like going to school. As long as she's out there, honey.
Someone was detected at your front door.
I'm nervous because soon, hold on, let me mute. Soon, I'm gonna be moving to my own place, and I'm very nervous about that. Intensely. But I know it's all gonna work out. I know it's all gonna work out for the best. There's no reason to be afraid. I just gotta stay positive. Stay positive, y'all. Stay positive, y'all. You gotta stay positive. So what, the world is burning and falling apart? So what? If I could get it in here. All right. Ugh. Oh my God. Yeah. H2O, baby. Ugh. All right. So now she'll carry my behind to my job place. I have to probably work earlier and later today because I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. Periodontal, baby. All up in them gum lines. Because my gum lines is crazy. Hold up. So I'm gonna see y'all after work. So y'all have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there in the universe. Make sure you like and subscribe. See this big ass backpack? All right. All right, bye. Oh, by the way, when I start, there might be a gap in between now and when I start streaming again. It might not be. I just got to figure out, because what I plan on doing is paying for this place, and then, shit. That reminds me, there's something I gotta check on. Money, moolah. Anyway.